New talks between Turkish and Greek Cypriots on a possible reunification of the divided islands start today in Geneva. The UN-led summit will search for common ground on which the parties can negotiate a way forward on the continuing dispute over boundaries. The foreign ministers of Greece, Turkey and Britain, Cyprus's three guarantor powers, will join Greek Cypriot and Turkish Cypriot delegations in the hope of renewing efforts to end the long-running division. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres will also take part. Well, joining me now is Dr. Zenonas Tziarras from the PRIO Cyprus Centre, an independent bi-communal research centre based in Nicosia. Thanks very much for joining us on Good Morning Europe. Now, we've been here before, haven't we? Remind us just what the two sides' positions are and how far apart they are as well.
Well, this is the first important initiative since the collapse of negotiations in July 2017 at Grand Montana. And since then, we've seen a significant shift in the Turkish and Turkish Cypriot position away from federation and towards a two-state solution. So right now, we're going to this new meeting with two vastly different positions. On the one hand, we have the two-state solution. And on the other hand, on the Greek Cypriot side, we have a call for a bizonal bi-communal federation. This will be the challenge. It will be a challenge to bridge these two.
Well, just exactly. I mean, how much hope is there that progress can be made, given how far apart the two sides have become?
There is not much hope. The best hope we can have is that the two sides will either find a way to continue the dialogue or perhaps with the help of the UN come up with a third way, some sort of a middle ground that they could work on. But right now, the two positions, as I said, seem quite rigid. So I'm not sure whether that will be actually possible.
Does the pretty rocky relationship between Turkey and the EU have any impact here?
Certainly, because the EU would like to see some progress in the Cyprus problem, because the Cyprus problem is very much tied to the Turkish-EU relations. Therefore, if we see some breakthrough in Cyprus, we can then hope, or the EU hopes so, that there will be some progress in Turkish-EU relations as well, and specifically in terms of upgrading the Turkish-EU trade union. And that's why they are also pushing and assisting in this effort.
Now, we've recently seen protests from both sides of the island calling for reunification. Are they likely to have an impact, or are those calls going to fall on deaf ears?
We've seen that time and again, particularly in the Turkish Cypriot community. But unfortunately, the tradition in the Cyprus problem is that the leaderships is the ones who decide, the ones who negotiate, and the ones who come up with the results. So I'm not hopeful that these calls will have any sort of substantive impact on the process.
Professor Zenonas Tziarras from Nicosia, thanks very much for joining us on the programme.
Thank you.